Comedian, TV host and six-time New York Times best-selling author, Chelsea Handler is outspoken. She's opinionated on everything from politics to parenthood.
Nothing serves as a better reminder to not having children as setting your alarm for 10 a.m. on a Monday morning. I say I don't want to be a mother, but I wouldn't mind being like a divorced dad, you know? I could crush that role, coming in hot at like 50% all the time. Yeah.
And Chelsea has arrived in Australia. She's kicking off her stand-up tour tonight in Melbourne. And guess what? Chelsea Handler joins us now. Good morning.
Hello.
So nice to chat again and so nice to have you in the country. Now, we can't really say the name of your tour on breakfast television, but it's full of childhood stories. What were you like as a kid?
I was a lot like this as a child. I was very irritated from the moment I was born. I didn't understand who was in charge, why my family was such a mess. There were so many children. I didn't know if my parents had any plans or a savings account or a dowry. So I was frustrated from a very early age, yes.
Good on you. It gives you lots of material anyway. You're very open and you're very honest, which is why we were laughing out loud at what we just played, particularly about being child-free, but you're a very proud aunt as well. What do you like as Aunt Chelsea?
Well, my favorite thing about being an aunt is that you can be around children when you feel like it. And then as soon as things get dicey or anything gets heated or real problems arise, you can, skedaddle. So nobody relies on me for anything important but fun and like good times, adventure. And that's the role that I prefer. Parenting isn't for me. And I think women who realize that about themselves should be actually applauded and rewarded because, there's too many parents who have children that, aren't that excited about being parents. So it's very important for you to know if you've got the material, and I know that I do not.
We love that you don't have a filter, and I think that's the thing that resonates for Australian audiences as well. Can I ask you about politics? Because you've been outspoken about everything, but politics, particularly Donald Trump in 2020 said, if he wins, I'm going to live in Canada. How are you feeling about it at the moment? Joe Biden under heap of pressure, and Donald Trump looks like he could become president again.
It's pretty scary times in America, and that's why I'm spending most of my time in New Zealand, Australia, and Canada. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope they figure out what's going to happen with Joe Biden, or that he steps aside and we get a more viable candidate, because it's absolutely ridiculous. But I don't know. The state of politics in America is pretty disenchanting. So yes, I did buy a house in Canada the last time I was scared, and who knows? Maybe I'll have to become Canadian or marry a Canadian man.
Oh, what about Australia? Do you like what you see here?
I do like what I see here, absolutely. But Australia doesn't have nearly as much skiing as I need for my lifestyle. Okay. Canada has about 5 months of it, and Australia has like about what, two, 3 months at most.
Yeah.
So
the hills are a little bit smaller.
You never know. Maybe they'll come up with a great snowmaker, and I'll be back.
Yeah, you could, or take up surfing, Chelsea. You could do that.
Yeah, I could.
The last time we spoke about a love of skiing, and it's something that you love doing. Why is that? Because when you get out into the mountains, you ski very differently to most people. It could be out there with a dog on your back or in a bikini.
Well, I like to celebrate my birthday, yes. I like to celebrate my birthday with a ski video each year. It's an annual tradition where I get into a bikini and I get a joint, which is legal in Canada, and margarita, and I just celebrate being single and free.
And cold.
Yeah, this is so good. I don't think you were cold with that get up. I love it. Now, last time we checked in with you, you were single. There is a special man in your life, though, Doug Handler, your Chow Chow rescue dog. Tell us about your relationship. Here he is.
Well, Doug is my latest addition to my family. He's a rescue, he's a full chow, and he's currently at training school in America while I'm here on tour so that he can behave himself when I get back. I have to keep him away from my housekeeper at home because she brainwashes all of my dogs, and then when I come home, they only want to go to her, and they think that she's their mother. So I had to separate my housekeeper and my dog, and I sent him to camp, and so when I come home, he knows who's in charge. And hopefully, by the time I come home, he'll understand how to sit, fetch, and come.
Oh, that would be nice.
The work.
Outsourcing, I love that. Chelsea, so great to see you in Australia, and cannot wait for you to hit the stage tonight in Melbourne. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Take care.
And Chelsea Handler's Australian tour begins tonight in Melbourne. She's in Brisbane on Thursday, ahead of shows in Sydney on Friday and Saturday. For tickets, head to sunrise.com.au.